We have reached the halfway point of the NFL season, and awards are starting to take shape, whether that's between quarterbacks stepping up their play to MVP heights, or it is rookies making their stamp on the NFL for the first time with halfway through the year and another half to go. We want to point out the players that are standouts through this point in the year before some crazy trades happen, some league shaping moves also happen that we'll talk about potentially towards the end of this video, and we'll talk about some accolades that these guys are striving towards this season. Let's get into this video here on Blitz Sports Media. What's going on, everybody? My name is Blitz Link. I am here with Dan Loya today, and we are talking about our mid-season award winners here around the NFL. Let's get right into it, and let's take a look at the most valuable player award halfway through the year. Dan, who is the guy that we both have?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, drum roll. It is a familiar face. It is the guy of the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. These are midseason rewards. So far this season, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's currently second in passing yards. He's tied first in the NFL with 17 passing touchdowns. He's caught fire of late, 3+ passing TDs in 4 of his last 5 games. And the one thing that kind of put him ahead of everybody else is his rushing. He's currently second among rushing yards, second in the NFL among rushing yards. He's also got 13 explosive runs. That's first among quarterbacks. He's different. He's a magician back there, and he's the MVP so far this season.
Yeah, and this is despite a slow start from the Chiefs at 5-3. They have absolutely reached new heights, it feels like, over the past few games compared to what they showed over the last 2 years on the offensive side of the ball. For the first time in a while, Mahomes has a healthy group of receivers, a set of tackles that can protect him, and it's resulted in a bunch of big-time performances on the offensive side of the ball. His passing abilities have reached levels that they were from 2018 to 2022, but now the rushing upside starting to come with it, something that Mahomes continues to prove that he's at a very high level with. Mahomes right now does have the chance to improve his resume, as well as he has 3 games coming up between this week. He has the Bills. That would be a statement win for an MVP campaign. He has the Colts on that list as well after the bye week, and then he gets the Broncos. Winning those 3 games would put Mahomes at negative odds to win an MVP this year, and he would likely be trending towards that award if he goes 3-0 during that stretch. I think if we're going to go with a runner-up at MVP, I'm going to go with Drake May right now, Dan. I think May, what he's done as a year 2 quarterback, New England's at 6-2 right now. He's dominating all the teams that are ahead of him. The best deep ball passer in the NFL right now. May has been really good. If you got to go with a runner-up, who would you go with?
Yeah, I think Drake May's right there as well. I would agree. Drake May. I think Dak Prescott's having a hell of a year as well, and also Baker Mayfield. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this plays out the rest of the season.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting for sure. Let's get into the offensive player of the year, and a player that has been getting a lot of MVP talks, and it has been Jonathan Taylor, Dan, the guy that scores 3 touchdowns basically every game, just like Patrick Mahomes is throwing. And unfortunately, the MVP award seems like it's trending towards a quarterback award. The offensive player of the year award, Jonathan Taylor, has been a massive spark in the Colts' resurgence this year alongside Daniel Jones. He's been going crazy. And it's not just been his rushing ability that's been impressive this year. He's also added some more skills as a receiver, being more viable in the passing game for the Colts. And he has been the key cog in that offense. Dan, talk to me about Jonathan Taylor and his success here in 2025.
Yeah, he's been amazing. Congratulations to all those who drafted Jonathan Taylor. You have won your fantasy championship this season. So far, 850 rushing yards, 12 touchdowns. He's been amazing. He's first in the NFL in rushing yards and rushing TDs. He has 23 explosive runs. He's been amazing. 609 rushing yards have come after contact. That's first in the NFL. 5.9 yards per carry, second. You look at any one of his stats, he's currently top 5. He's been the best running back in the NFL, and that's why he's our offensive player of the year.
Yeah, there's been some other good names as well. Jamar Chase is having another historic season. JSN is probably the guy that's right behind him. And Puka Nacua, when he's been healthy this year, has been on a historic pace. There are a lot of names that are right behind Taylor. And if Taylor has a slow second half with a little bit tougher of a schedule, who knows what happens? I think there is definitely a lot of players in the mix here, but whichever one it feels like has the historic season, it feels like every year of the past, 3 seasons, the player that wins Offensive Player of the Year has a historic season. The guy right behind him just had a great season. So I think Taylor, if he maintains this pace and the touchdowns that he's having, is going to run away with this award. Let's get into the defensive player of the year, Dan. Mr. Five Sacks himself, Myles Garrett. And this is despite the Browns being a brutal team this year. Garrett has been awesome on the defensive side of the ball, and he continues to prove why he is one of the best pass rushers we have ever seen, as well as being one of the best run stuffers we have ever seen. Garrett can do it all on a weekly basis, and he is one of the main reasons why the Browns defense has been as good as they have been this year. They're not super talented, they're not super deep on the defensive side of the ball, but when you have Myles Garrett, he is an elite player, and it has been crazy to see his longevity throughout his career has never lost a step. Dan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, my only question about Myles Garrett is what planet is he from? Because he's not from here. He's different. You put on the film, it's just like he plays on a different speed. It's kind of I don't know. I play a lot of video games, and his defensive alignment. It's just like he glitches. It's amazing. It's I don't know what it is, but if we talk about his stats, he's tied first in the NFL in sacks. He's seventh in quarterback pressures, fourth in tackles, sixth in pressure rate, 16.2%. He rushes the passer extremely well, and he's also one of the best among defenders against the run. He does everything so well. He's obviously he won this award a couple years ago, and he's gonna so far this season he will win the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anybody's going to even come close this year. It feels like Garrett is starting to run away with it on that side of the ball. Let's get to the rookies, Dan, and we have the same guy for offensive rookie of the year as well. Currently 4 for 4 on all of our picks together. Tyler Warren for the Indianapolis Colts. It feels like at a position where there's been some guys that have been impressive. Jaxson Dart has made some noise in New York. Cam Scatterbo made some noise prior to his injury. Quinshawn Judkins has showed out a little bit. Emeka Egbuka. But Tyler Warren seems like he's taking the crown right now for the Colts, who had the best record in the NFL. Warren has been a massive playmaker in their passing game right out of the get-go, and he's incredibly versatile. This guy can catch it underneath and take it for 20 yards. He's really good at running routes, and you can also put him in the backfield and give him the ball to run even if you wanted to as well. Warren is just so versatile. He's also a good blocker as well. He has been a true Swiss Army knife, and like with the way Jones, Taylor, Michael Pittman, and Warren are playing, this Colts team, there's a reason they're the best offense in football midway through the year.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. His stat line: 37 receptions, 492 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's first in receiving yards among tight ends. He's tied fifth in receptions. He's second in yards after catch among tight ends. And one interesting stat that puts him ahead of everybody else is he's the only tight end in the NFL to rush for a touchdown this season. He can do it all. He's versatile. They line him all over the field, and it's very impressive what he's done as a rookie. And his career is very bright in the NFL. He's already among the very best tight ends in the league.
Yeah, he's already establishing himself as one of those clear guys. Our first one that we're going to go against is defensive rookie of the year. I'm going with Jahad Campbell for the Philadelphia Eagles, who has been the best coverage linebacker in the NFL as a rookie, as well as being very stout against the run. He has formed the best linebacker tandem in the NFL alongside Zach Bond. And I know the Eagles, we've talked about their struggles this season, but that defense is still incredibly elite. And they found an absolute gem in Jahad Campbell in the second round, a true modern day NFL linebacker that can cover tight ends, slot receivers, and also play stout against the run. They truly have a great duo forming in Philadelphia. This defense, man, it has the longevity as long as Vic Fangio is there to be one of the top units in the NFL. And hitting on a pick like him, it just states like what this defense can do long term. Where are you going with on your defensive rookie of the year?
Yeah, we're going back to Cleveland. Cleveland had a very impressive draft in this past off season. So I'm going with the linebacker out of UCLA, the second round pick, Carson Schlesinger. He currently leads the team 64 total combined tackles. That's first among rookies in the NFL. 1 sack, 4 tackles for loss, 1 interception this past week. What impresses me is he flies all around the field. He got 11 hustle stops. That's third in the NFL. He's also tied sixth in the NFL with 36 stops. So he just plays the run really well, and he runs all over the field. Just you want to know any more about this player? Put on the tape when he sacked Jordan Love earlier this year. He ran from the middle of the field. He ran over 10 yards, flew to Jordan Love and sacked him minus 11 in the backfield. So that's what he's all about, and I've been impressed so far this season at the midway point.
Yeah, he's definitely been an impressive player. Hopefully, the injury is not going to knock him out for too long, and he can return this season to the level he did, so he gets some consideration for Defensive Rookie of the Year. All right, the newest award, Lineman of the Year award. Dan Penei Sewell is running away with it right now with his production in Detroit. I mean, the guy has a 95 PFF grade, and I know that I have my opinions about PFF grades
Huh.
in certain positions, but the offensive line and defensive line formulas are really good. I believe that those grades are about as true as you can get for linemen. Penei Sewell is dominating the NFL at the tackle position, the most valuable position in football. He has been really good this year, and he's just so versatile. The guy that runs like a tight end, plays tackle, and is the best run blocker and pass blocker in the NFL this year. 0 sacks allowed. The guy has been dominant, Dan. Like, there's not much more you can say about Penei Sewell except for that he's great in the Detroit Lions, who just locked up Aiden Hutchinson, have a bright future at right tackle in their edge rusher.
Yeah, Pineo Sewell is one of the best. He's one of the best run blockers in the National Football League. But I went somewhere different with this award. I couldn't agree more. Pineo Sewell is going to be one of the finalists for this award. But I went with Garrett Bowles. He's a left tackle for the Denver Broncos. Uh, I'm going to go back to PFF grades. He's currently the highest graded pass blocker in their system, a 90.8 pass blocking grade. He's only allowed five pressures this season, 0 sacks. He's played over 340 pass blocking snaps. That's over 100 more than Peneo Sewell. He's only had 4 penalties as well. So Garrett Bowles has been very impressive over there in Denver. He's blocking for Bo Nix. And I think he's going to be so far through the midseason. He's my award winner, and we're going to be interesting to see how this plays out because I think it's going to be those two linemen battling it out.
Yeah, the Broncos have probably the most underrated offensive line in football this year. They have two great tackles. Quinn Miners is one of the best guards in football. Like, they are stacked on the offensive line, and nobody talks about it. They are the most underrated offensive line in football, and it has been a great job by that front office building that group up over time because a lot of those guys have been steals in the draft. Mike McGlinchey at the right tackle, like they got him in
Yep.
free agents. They've done a great job of building that thing up. Let's get to the Coach of the Year award, and I'm going to go with another Indianapolis Colt. It has to be Shane Steichen at this point. Between the development of Daniel Jones as a quarterback, what they've been able to utilize with the offensive weapons that they have, this offense is firing on all cylinders. This team didn't make the playoffs last year. They're the best team in the NFL halfway through the year. Dan, it's obviously Shane Steichen.
Yeah, Shane Steichen, no matter what, right? He's first in yards per game, first in points per game, first in yards per play, 31 TDs through 8 games. He's first in the NFL. I mean, you look at anything this offense ranks, it's first. So there's no other way to go here. Shane Steichen's Coach of the Year. Just like we all thought, the Colts are one of the best teams in the NFL. We all believe that in August. He's got Daniel Jones playing some good football, and all those weapons have looked extremely well so far this season. So through the midway point, Shane Steichen is our Coach of the Year.
Yeah. Looks like if they maintain the record that they do, he will likely be that coach of the year. Maybe Mike Vrabel deserves some consideration as well with
Yeah.
the Patriots and what he's done to turn that franchise around. Assistant coach of the year, we got two different guys. I am going with Clint Kubiak of the Seattle Seahawks, a team that has been pretty stuck on the offensive side of the ball for the past 5 years. Really, just an average unit, right? Uh, Mike McDaniel, Mike McDonald has done a great job with the defensive unit over there, turning them into a top unit. But Clint Kubiak came in. Sam Darnold hasn't missed a beat from Kevin O'Connell. JSN is one of the top receivers in football, and their offense has been dominating defenses this year. Clint Kubiak's done a great job coming over from New Orleans. He's going to be one of the hottest coaches available potentially this offseason, and we'll definitely be getting some looks. Dan, who is your guy that you're going with for Coach of the Year?
Yeah, I went a different direction. Actually went on the other side of the ball. I want to give this guy love. I know this doesn't matter, but he's been one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, in NFL history. He doesn't get the recognition. I don't think that he deserves. So I went with Steve Spagnuolo of the Kansas City Chiefs, the defensive coordinator. He's been one of the best. He's currently got the second scoring defense in the NFL. He's only allowing 16.4 points per game. He's only allowed his units only allowed 14 touchdowns. That's tied fourth best in the NFL. just everywhere you look, it just no matter what game, it seems like the Kansas City Chiefs always have a good game plan on defense. They're always changing. Doesn't matter who they're playing. They adapt to their opponent very well. So he's got great stats, for this award. But I just think this award is more than stats. He knows how to coach his players. The Chiefs always play well in big games, and their defense always shows up. So in my opinion, Steve Spagnuolo is the assistant coach of the year through the midway point, and it'd be interesting to watch if he gets some head coaching interviews and if he takes one of these job openings next season.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure to see what happens with Spagnola, the best defensive coordinator probably in NFL history. That not a head coach. Bill Belichick obviously probably has that mark as the best defensive guy, but Spags has been great. All in all, though, guys, appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Drop a comment down below if we snubbed any midseason awards. Hit that subscribe button for more Blitz Sports Media content, and me and Dan will catch you guys next time.